All eyes the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League now focus on the Peterborough Lakers and Six Nations Arrows. The last series to complete here in Ontario. Only one to get to game number 4. It is the Arrows that lead 2-1, although Peterborough staving off elimination with an overtime penalty shot winner from Daniel Clark, which brings us here to the ILA this evening. I'm Matthew Carrick alongside the JVI Sports Network as we continue to take you through the playoffs. A chance for the Arrows to clinch and move on here tonight. As it looks like we're ready to go. Peterborough in their green uniforms with white helmets and lettering. They'll go right to left away from Cole Gervais. Traditional white and orange and black for the Arrows. Working away from Sugga Thompson here in this first period. Landon Sinfield quickly puts it to the far side. Had a bit of trouble with it. On the carpet was Noah Snyder. Double clutch picked up and scores. Trade deadline acquisition for the Six Nations Arrows. We saw what the St. Catharines pickup Thunder Hill, former Arrow, did last night with 5 goals. And this one just sneaks behind Gervais. 1-0, 27 seconds in to our first period. Two teams that do play each other tight, including 4 of the last 6, including game number 3 going to extra time, and the last 3 regular season games between these two teams also requiring more than 60 minutes. So if you got plans for later tonight, may want to change them or put them on hold, because could have a little extra action here at the ILA. Blaze Becker controlling the face-off now. The Arrows have taken the first 2 draws here in this game. Wales Reset now back across floor. Matthew Hamill slows things down. He'll lower the shoulder, wants to take a run. Couple fakes on Gervais, who stands up and makes a save. Gervais, part of the trade last year that sent Deacon Knott to Burlington. Over there had a tremendous playoff run. The Burlington Blaze winning the Minto Cup, bowing out last night to the St. Catharines Athletics. Ray Cortez wearing number 11 tonight. He'll get it back across for Sinfield. Landon Sinfield off the bench to Suggo Swamp. Comes back to Sinfield again. He's got to turn back and looks to the 5-hole of Gervais, and another one that the Lakers netminder looked behind him for, but was able to keep that one under his pads. Nick DeLoro, graduating player, back to Nicholas Rude. Really a coming out party of sorts for Rude here this season after playing in the Future Stars game. Stars tournament, I should say, when the league returned from COVID break in 2021. DeLoro had that bounce off a stick as him and Colby Woodward trying to work together. Meanwhile, in transition, Josh Rickey shot wide. Rebound all the way up top to Dalen John Hill, one of the top offensive players on this Arrows roster. A couple pump fakes in front from Hamill, who can score as well. Another one that Gervais didn't handle cleanly. And Peterborough, Caleb Connell just had to whack it across the timeline. The 8 seconds was ticking down there. Just made it. Ray Cortez out to the far side. Shot from McKay Jimerson. Wide of the mark. They did reset the shot clock, saying it hit Gervais, so Jimerson will go to set the screen. We're going to make room for Cortez. Back again for Landon Sinfield. That one in on Gervais. Quickly this time, Peterborough And Nick Crowley up and across center floor. Rude there to bring it down. He'll put it outside. Mason Cree cuts through the middle, bouncing off bodies. Eventually the shot goes wide off the stick of Daniel Clark, the OT hero in game number 3. Off the bench in a change, rebound. 2 opportunities, Jaden Jimerson and Luis Alfred combining in front of that Peterborough net, but both of them remaining on the correct side of Gervais if you're a fan of Peterborough. Back for Hamill outside, 1-on-1. Posturing up here against Wyatt Wiggins. Ball down, picked up off the carpet, 6 to shoot. And Hamill tried to do so and go right through the body of Wiggins. And that'll be the shot clock violation. Peterborough back across center. Really haven't had a steady offensive shift yet as it comes back to Rude. That one sails off one of the ad boards. Bounce back in a hurry into the stick of Colby Wood. Nate Sage. His shot goes wide. Back to Michael Blaemeyers. Understand there were talks between teams to acquire Blaemeyers at the deadline, but nothing doing, so he remains here with the Lakers. Another one of the 21-year-olds who are hard to come by on this Peterborough roster. Sage, Drimmy, Wood, and others, part of a pretty good young core up in Peterborough. Turning and firing was Rude just before the shot clock. I'm not sure that Sugga Thompson was ready for it. Just kind of nonchalantly made the save. Back in his net. This one bounces away from Six Nations, picked up by Crowley. Nick Crowley going to go all the way down himself and scores. Simple transition here for Peterborough in the stick of Crowley. We'll cut back, drag it, a couple of fakes, and not much Thompson can do about that. Thompson has faced a lot of shots this season. When he started, it was, I think, 3 games in a row that were over 65. Referee Joel Furman calls interference, and already Peterborough takes off and scores again. Frank Coyle this time. You can see referee Joel Furman signaling the quick restart. Coyle takes off, and almost the same finishing play. So I don't know if that's something Peterborough's recognized in this series on Thompson, but a couple fakes, if they can get him moving, looks like good things might happen for this Lakers team. Which, by the way, if they win tonight, will force a game number 5 back at home in Peterborough tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Daniel Clark. Back up top, Blaemeyers left it with Nicholas Rude. Went after the pass that bounced off his arm. Blaemeyers without a stick, unable to pick it up, and shot clock about to sound as the Arrows bring it across center. Kenny Porter took a big chop as he was on his way out. Now shot here on Gervais. He'll hang on and wait for the reset. Mason Cree found Rude. A lot of movement here on the right side of the floor with Finley Watson finally going to the left. Watson gets it back, had a lane to shoot from. Elects not to do it, gives to Rude. He'll send one off the arm of Thompson. Official trying to get out of the way. It was Watson who picked it up. Rude, one-on-one, just outside the restraining line. 12.5 to go here in the first period. Scheduled for 3:20s, 2-1 in favor of Peterborough. Outside shot, Mason Cree. Didn't look like he got a lot on it. May have hit body of the defender, Cole Pallas, who was headed down floor. Finally, it rolls close enough to the crease for Thompson to drag it out. Thompson up to Cash Jacobs, who finds Noah Snyder, who opened the scoring. Before back-to-back goals, 12 seconds apart from the Lakers. Now Riley Simpson causing the loose ball. Sam Trumbull was there with him. They're all going to vacate, leaving Daniel Clark to let a sidearm shot go. And look out, open door on the side of Six Nations. Hard hit there. Rude gets up and gives a shove to his man. Blaymeyer's rising shot that Clark can't keep from going over and back. I think referee Mark Thompson going to give a warning there, or at least a word to backup goaltender Ethan Robinson about keeping that door tight. Far side, Snyder will bring it back to Landon Sinfield. Shoots from long range, and Gervais there to hang on. Nick Crowley scored the first of those two back-to-back goals. We'll leave here for Rude. Back up top, Nick DeLauro, who has done a lot of offensive damage in his junior career here in Peterborough. All the way up top, lowering the shoulder, bouncing off is Matthew Drimmie. Will be a reset, so no over and back. Although there's two arrows headed down floor, including Kean Pear, whose shot hit Gervais. Rebound will go right back to Peterborough. Pace of these playoff games has been tremendous to watch over the last week and a half or so, as we're already near the midway mark of this first period. Big high step coming off the bench, Colby Wood, as he caught that ball but then met Cole Pallas. And that forced it to go wide. Here's Jacobs. Cass Jacobs leaving for Matthew Hamill. He's got a dangerous shot from right about here on the floor. Likes to send it to McKay Jimerson, though, and they work it around the horn. Back to Hamill in front. Initial fake, second shot. Gervais with the save. 9.5 to go. Sam Trumbull passes it across center. Finley Watson found Daniel Clark cutting through. Clark now back to the far side of the floor. That's Sage. Into the stick of DeLauro. On the run, sidearm shot off the left arm of Thompson. Wales reset. Clears center to Jaden Jimerson, Now Ray Cortez. Galen John Hill over on the far side. 4 arrows all high back at the restraining line. The only one, Matthew Hamill, down by the crease, who cuts through and allows Gervais to make the save. Usually see a one-on-one play on one side or the other. It was kind of a weird one with one man low and 4 arrows up high. Landon Sinfield. Out to the righties, on the run. Snyder shoots. Insert Jonathan Donville. Don't eat, good eat, don't rub it. As that was blocked in front of Gervais. Here's Nicholas Rude. To Clark off the bench. Big high step. He'll put it in the corner. Blaymeyers had it cleanly intercepted. Now Cash Jacobs running out in transition, but they're in the end where the Lakers bench is, so already a bunch of jerseys out there. That'll be the play in the second period, though, as this bench is pretty close to the opposition net. Gervais, another save. Rebound initially rolled into the corner before it was sent up to Crowley. Flip here to Watson. Finley Watson trying to get away from Kenny Porter. Nicholas Rude now back to the near side to the crease. And Thompson makes the save on a flying Finley Watson. Under 7 to play here in the first period. Still those 2 goals in 12 seconds holding up for Peterborough. After this man here, Noah Snyder, opened the scoring. Tries the exact same shot. And this one is saved by Peterborough. Hard rip from the outside. Another one from Cortez. That got blocked. Now Snyder taking it behind the net. Sinfield was cutting in. Suggo Swamp goes after the loose ball. Late in the shot clock, Sinfield working out to take top spot. Took a little bit off it, and it went wide and bounces into the Lakers bench. Looked like they were looking for someone in green to get a fast restart, but nobody home, so it was kindly placed right in front of the official. Here's Nicholas Rude, splits the D to the crease and the back of the net. Nicholas Rude, a strong season, sniffs the lane here as everyone thought he was going to pass that into the corner. And you can see another double clutch fake. Goalless, in games 1 and 3 of this series. Only 2 in the series so far after ending his regular season with 2 hat tricks. All the way from the outside, Sam Trumbull puts it in on Thompson. 3-1 though. Clark and Blaymeyers picking up assists, as Daniel Clark has also been really good in the playoffs. On the run, stepped in the crease though, was Matthew Hamill. Noah Snyder 4th in playoff points with 15 through 3 games coming in. Highest points getter here in tonight's game, Rude 13, Clark 12. As it really has been a 3-headed offensive monster for this Lakers team, as Rude will get it back. Got a reset too, as that is brought down by the Arrows. On the outside, Daniel Clark. No room to shoot or pass. Rude was trying to open space for either of those, and it ends up in the corner on the left side of the floor. Bouncer off a stick. Into Thompson, who makes the save. Closing in on 4 minutes left here in a quick first period. 3-1 Lakers lead. Trying to force a game number 5 back at Memorial tomorrow night. 5 on the clock here of the Arrows. Suggo Swamp to Snyder off the crossbar. Rebound's going to bounce back and over center. Races on for it. First one there was Swamp, who got it away from the check of Wyatt Wiggins. Now Carter Frost stands up his man. Ball Pops out of the stick of Snyder, and Frost will flip it here to Clark with 3.5 to go in the first period. Daniel Clark finding help off the bench. Quickly the ball moves into the corner. Step on his man, and then big hit and a nice defensive slide coming over from Wales Reset. Jimerson to Hamill. Up top, Swamp to the outside. Snyder, stutter step. That's McKay Jimerson, actually, that gets it knocked out of his stick. Ray Cortez, the AP tonight, facing a double team. Can't do anything with it. Gives to Hamill. Long shot, and Gervais saw right at the tail end of the shot clock. William White brings it across center. They were pretty close to that 8 count on that possession with Hamill. And White colliding just inside the line. Now Clark to Rude. Out to the far side, brought down by Sage, who got buried as he came across the top of the crease. Still got the shot away, and Sage getting up slowly. Taking a few extra chops here as well from Porter. Meanwhile, the ball in the stick of Clark. Going to the far side, Colby Wood shot. Also saved by Thompson, but the Lakers will bring down the rebound again. Finally, Nate Sage does get off, and he's going to take a seat on the bench, collect himself. Rude from up top. Hits right off the Arrows logo. In the crest of Sugga Thompson. Inside the 2-minute warning. It's a 2-goal lead here for Peterborough. Playing for their season. Landon Sinfield leaves for Dalen John Hill. All the way up top, Snyder gets it back down into the corner. A little backhand shovel shot from Trayson Sunday, and look out. Riley Simpson takes a hard check into the corner and has barely moved. This is the AP Trayson Sunday, who's going to come in here hot and heavy on the number. Big noise, player down. We'll see what the officials decide to do here. Sunday's gone to the box, and there's 2 minutes up on the board. Riley Simpson being helped off the floor here with 1:31 left. Regulation. I'd be surprised if he doesn't walk through the door and go down into the hallway. Yeah. So just 2 minutes. After that hit, Clark, first power play for either side here tonight. Clark to the far side, Colby Wood. Now returning it back to Clark. Clark's going to take top spot here. Although Wood works it into the crease, and Thompson knew it was in his gear somewhere. Officially interference to call against Sunday as we're into the final minute here in period number 1. Arrows keeping it to the outside. We'll see if they try and go 2 for 1, still killing off the penalty, however. And now a double team arriving on scene. That's Nick Crowley, who's got a goal here and finally stripped out by Wiggins. Under 30 to go. Gervais looking to the bench, not going to get the call. No timeout either, with 50 seconds remaining in the power play. Looks like Clark and the Lakers going to play last shot as they go to Rude. No sense of urgency now with 8. Here comes the play. Clark up top, straight down Main Street. Scores to make it 4-1. kind of lulled everyone in the building into just a little daze, and quick pass back up top. That's what Daniel Clark can do. Ball down, looking for it was William White. Had a quick peek at the clock as well, which expires, ending the first period 4-1 in favor of the Lakers, who again need a win to keep their series alive. Second period comes your way in about 10 minutes. We'll take a quick timeout. Before we bring that to you from the ILA, you're watching the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League playoffs, which are fueled by Gatorade.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing.
Let's go, raise up one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on.
Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Get
Get ready, Ottawa. Box lacrosse is returning to its Canadian roots and giving the nation's capital the team they deserve.
Back live at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena here on the Six Nations of the Grand River, where the Lakers have a 4-1 lead after the first period. 14 shots, 17 on net for the Arrows. Should the Lakers win tonight, game number 5 will be tomorrow in Peterborough at 8 p.m. start. If it's the Arrows that end up winning the series, due to being the lower seed, they would play the Orangeville Northmen, which would set up Mimico and Peterborough in round number 2. If Peterborough is the one to advance, they would get St. Catharines, who advanced last night. On the run. Shot there. Mimico and St. Catharines would play. If Peterborough advance. No, that's still not right. Orangeville, St. Catharines, if Peterborough advances to play Mimico. Here's Noah Snyder as the teams have switched sides. Sugga Thompson down to our right after making 10 stops in that first period. Did look like the Lakers had figured him out a little bit. If they can get tight to the crease and throw a fake, it appears that Thompson will bite on it. But we'll see if the Lakers can actually get deep towards the crease. Not that time, and Matthew Drimmy tried. And on his second attempt, got a little bit closer, but then got swarmed. Didn't get a chance to see if Riley Simpson returned to the bench or not of the Lakers after taking that big hit at the end of the period that resulted in the power play goal. Quick shot and transition chance here. Wyatt Wiggins all alone. Not so much a fake as the delay on the shot before then pulling it back and eventually shooting wide. Rebound ends up right at the restraining line. Nobody gaining possession off that shot, so no 8 count in effect. And it's finally Wales Reset brings it across center. Trumbull a couple whacks as he headed off. Here's Dalen John Hill. Keen Pear headed off to the room, probably to get another stick. And it's played here by Snyder. Ended up getting it to the left side of the floor where Dalen John Hill's shot was seen and saved by Gervais. Reeling around the corner, Frank Coyle. Scored in that first period. Finding here DeLauro, who had an assist on goal number 3. Now Rude finding a cutting Clark. See, that's Finley Watson. That set up that play, and Clark was running out of space too fast. Had to jump, which meant he couldn't pick it up cleanly. Blaze Becker now back the other way. 3 minutes gone in this period as the Arrows work it out of the corner. Trayson Sunday cutting to the crease on the near side. Pass comes to Ray Cortez behind him. Cortez takes it to the crease and touchdown in the purple carpet. We got another player, Jaden Jimerson, headed off to the Arrows room. Big high step here, sidearm shot. That one from Clark. He got flattened as he was going after the rebound. That bounced off a leg. Here comes Ricky. Josh Ricky in all alone. And that's going to be a back-in call against Peterborough. Everybody this side of the QEW split called that one. Noah Snyder. Back up top, Suggo Swamp. Shot ends up skipping off the end glass. Didn't touch anything, so it will be an over and back violation. Up top, Colby Wood will leave it for Clark. Now to Rude. And through Wood into the corner. Onto the crease looking for Blaymeyers. It bounced off him. And into the stick of Thompson. Porter. Stopped at the restraining line. He'll give it to Cortez. Coming off the bench, Swamp. Into the corner, wheeling up top. No room for Hamill. Cuts back on Trumbull and scores. Matthew Hamill, some nifty footwork when it looked like there was no play. I see him go up top here. And as he faked like he was going to go over the top, all the Lakers defenders went that way too, creating a one-on-one situation. And Hamill just took to the rack and didn't miss. Cortez picking up the assist. Face off here, controlled by Ricky, and look out dangerously close to that door area on the Arrows bench again. As Jimerson returns. 5 minutes gone here, lead cut in half. 5 in the shot clock, cutting through. Picked up by Dalen John Hill, low shot into the feet of Gervais. This time I don't think it left the crease. Didn't stop the crowd from hollering for a call anyways. Here comes Trumbull. That's Sam Trumbull. Ben, part of that trade that went to Burlington. Lakers picking up a third Trumbull in this year's draft. Nate Sage lost control of that and then slipped. Comes out of the corner and fires. And not sure if that would have beat the shot clock had it made it into the back of the net, but it doesn't, so I guess doesn't matter. With the new twig, Jaden Jimerson took a couple whacks. Now Ray Cortez takes over as everybody separates. Cutting down the near side, no way to get to the ball to Trayson Sunday. So Snyder will pick it up through a pair of defenders, and Gervais falls on top of the ball. Seeing eye shot from Noah Snyder, who last night talking to Steve Toll about him just said, you know, their right side was all plugged up. So a trade that worked out for both sides, and then separate deals that brought Thunder Hill over, and we saw what he did last night, almost single-handedly putting St. Catharines in the second round. Big screen by Clark. He's going to roll back towards the crease, and the pass just a little too late for him. Clark has it again, however. Under 10 to go in his shot clock. Daniel Clark puts his shoulder into the defender, got that one on target. It's going to bounce off Thompson and over the timeline. Picked up by DeLauro. Just a boss offensive shift from Clark, who stays on the floor, takes it in, and scores again. Daniel Clark really came alive in the back half of the season. And after putting in a good individual effort, he gets lost and forgotten about by the Arrows defense, and that's a mistake, as you can see. Face off 1 year by the Arrows. They'll take it in to a big collision. Jimerson part of that. Got hit and then immediately got up and left the floor. Back to the near side. Swamp rings it off the end boards. Will be caught back again by Gervais. Sounds as if Blaymeyers has picked up his third assist of the game on the third point second goal for Daniel Clark. That restores the 3-goal lead back to 5-2. Ball to the outside, Matthew Drimmy. He'll get past his man, sends it back towards the crease, a number of fakes. Nate Sage got it on target. Sounded like the Lakers supporters thought that one had gone in, but a nice recovery and a good save from Sugga Thompson. Here's Snyder off the bench. Takes the long route. Got the shot away, rebound bounces out, and somehow Gervais recovered last second. Wasn't sure where it was. And interference called against Peterborough. Landon Sinfield denied by Gervais. Fresh 30 here for the Arrows, however. Minute and a half away from the midway mark of this game. Sinfield. Over to the far boards. Swamp was there. Couldn't handle it cleanly, and now Peterborough trying to push it out of the reach of Lucas Osborne. Couple passes later, it's back in the stick of Quinn Brennan and headed back towards the Lakers net. Quinn Brennan passing here, comes back to Sunday. Looked like there was space inside the post, had that one found the mark, but it just sails wide and ends up all the way back down the floor. Daniel Clark. Through to Colby Wood. Now back to the outside. Spinning back, Nicholas Rude. Finally gets some help from a screen and then looks towards the left glove area of Thompson, who was there waiting and ready for it. Ricky has John Hill off the bench. Had to go back to the outside to recover it. And now finds Noah Snyder. Sidearm shot hits off the post. That's 2 now for number 93 in this game. Nick DeLoro. Can the Lakers capitalize? Towards the corner, Blair Myers sends it across to Drimmy. Nate Sage knocked down through the middle. Arm of the official goes high as the shot here comes from Drimmy. Bounces off a couple boards, and because the shot clock was so late, the Lakers are just going to let it go for the over and back and get the second power play of the game. An illegal cross check called against Quinn Brennan. Daniel Clark scoring on the first and only power play as we get another look here. First check rode a bit high. Second one was about to come into the kidney pads, which I think was the one that puts Peterborough on their second power play. Clark playing catch with Colby Wood. Goes into the corner. Rude tracing it down. Clark again. Wood. And Clark. No shooting lane. He goes to the corner. Cutting through, though, was Blay Myers. Clean catch and shot in one motion. Starting to figure that little play out after a few of them bounced just wide. Jalen John Hill. Left it for Snyder. His shot got through. Quickly sent down floor to Nick Crowley. Halfway through the power play. Lakers leading 5-2. Trailing in the series 2-1 in this best of 5. Back through Clark. Under 10 to shoot. Trying to get it all the way back up top was Wood as falling. Shoveled a backhand towards Thompson. Blaze Becker on the run. Had a man coming off the bench and couldn't connect. Perhaps the final possession here on the power play. Lakers trying the hidden ball play. Clark had it the whole time. Gets it back, puts it to the corner for Nate Wood. Wood. Long shot. Thompson there to make the save on Clark just as the penalty expires. So the Lakers will move to 1-2 on the man advantage here in this game. But still lead by 3, which is where it's been since that first period. A bouncer coming in from Swamp. Gervais there to see it the entire way and make the save. Down the boards, William White, Nate Sage. Sage stops up. He'll go around the screen from DeLauro. Passing to Clark, whose long shot hits the bottom dasher and nearly ended up in the Arrows bench. Not picked up cleanly. The lead official had given the restart, but we'll now wait to make sure. Firmly in the stick. Here's Noah Snyder. Big head fake. Snyder will drag it back. Shovels it through the middle. No one home. Under 7 to play, and I think that's a too many men call coming here to the Peterborough Lakers. First penalty for them here in the game. And a chance for the Arrows. Finley Watson being asked to serve as Jimerson will take top spot. Here's Matthew Hamill. Jimerson, Hamill, back to the corner. Couple fakes before the shot. Trickles through Gervais. Not a whole lot doing except for a high seal from Hamill. Perhaps McKay Jimerson taking a bit of the attention from the Peterborough netminder as he cut through the middle. Here's Trumbull. Sam Trumbull in transition. May have tapped in that crease. He wants a holding call. None upcoming, and I believe that's Robert Hope on the bench at Peterborough. Not too happy about it. He also wanted a penalty. 2-goal game with 6 to play here in the second. Landon Sinfield back to Snyder on the run, got drilled. Penalty's going to be coming here. Another one. Wyatt Wiggins this time after the big hit. Some oohs and ahs after the fact, but back-to-back power plays here in the period for the Arrows. Last one that just kind of trickled through Gervais. We'll see what Jimerson does here. Likes to throw the screen, nearly picked off. Up top, Frank Coyle. Recovered just to knock it down floor. Snyder fakes the shot. John Hill to Jimerson. It's going to be Sinfield that sends it in on Gervais late in the shot clock. And that'll do it for the first part of the power play. This one evens up the man advantage chances. 2 per side here. 10 left to go on the clock. Nate Sage going for a bit of a run. Might get trapped in the corner here, however. Also working with fellow rookie Colby Wood, and that does indeed roll away at the tail end of the shot clock, but Lakers will take it as that puts the Arrows into the back half of this power play. Snyder kept on the hidden ball play. Although Trayson Sunday faked like he had it. Now shot comes for real from the outside. Snyder can't pick up cleanly, despite the fact the ball fell at his feet. And it'll be Sunday that does grab it. Looked off Lewis Alfred. Heavy defensive presence, who quickly ran off the floor. Ball bouncing after the save from Gervais. Picked up and out by Nick Crowley. Only a handful of seconds remaining here in the power play as the Arrows were set up for nearly a full minute there. Daniel Clark runs it back up top. He'll put it out to the outside boards. A shot from Rude that hits the post and comes right back to number 15. Everybody on the bench telling him to slow things down. Closing in on 3 minutes left here in the period. Neither team took a timeout in that first. The Lakers will put this ball through the middle. Comes down in the stick of Colby Wood, whose shot ends up off the end boards and then the back of the net. 5-3 Lakers. After their most recent goal, a power play marker. On the side of the Arrows. To the outside, Dalen John Hill spins back, looking to get past one defender, does, shoots past the second, and scores. What a move here from Matthew Hamill. Tied up in front, you can see Dalen John Hill wanted it. Beats the first man. Comes back, and there's no way that Gervais saw that. So 5-4. The score here, 2.5 away from the break. Just something about these two teams, man, play each other as tight as can be. Jimerson trying to run away with that face-off. Rolls back out of the stick of Nick Crowley, and Ricky there to grab it and send it into an offensive possession. Closing in on the 2-minute warning. Trayson Sunday, a big high step through Swamp. And now Sinfield. Back to the crease, they score! Suggo Swamp tying the game at 5. After a good seal, found himself with space cut to the crease. And Suggo Swamp will tie this game. Gervais calls for a water break as they discuss over there on the Peterborough bench. Have yet to put the goal on the board. Now there it goes. Notice the game sheet also a little bit behind. For those of you that have already downloaded the official OJLL app. Loose ball, Ricky went high for it. Near side though. Excuse me, that was Becker that went for it. Ricky was in the process of being sat upon, so here's Jimerson. Shoots through traffic. Gervais makes the stop. Frank Coyle was headed down floor in transition. Despite some hollering, Caleb Connell had never crossed over mid-floor, so no over and back. And now helmet pops off the ball carrier of the Lakers. That's Clark on the far side, going to draw another penalty. So we hit the last minute coming up from the outside. A high stick. It's another Laker player, Blaemeyers, getting knocked down in the middle of that offensive set, right at the tail end. Keep your eye on the far side. That, didn't take a whole lot to knock that off unless the head of the stick was under the cage, but right in front of referee Mark Thompson. After back-to-back power plays in the period for the Arrows, it'll be the third one coming up for the Lakers. Clark and Rude will start it. Through Colby Wood into the corner. Wood has made his way to the crease. The return pass couldn't find him. And out come three Arrows players. Trailing the play, stopping at the restraining line was Paulus. And Cole Paulus over the shoulder chance. Ended up in the corner. Tee and pair for high sticking. Officially the call. 20 left to go here in the period. Under 10 on Lakers shot clock. As they'll get it through to Daniel Clark. In the middle, Wood cutting through, goes for the bouncer, and no room in the 5-hole there of Thompson. It'll be a timeout call on the side of Six Nations. Officials will check where the clock should be. Showing 5.8 right now. Our first timeout of the game as we are knotted at fives. Arrows having to play catch up the entire time. As we get a look at the 3 goals from the Arrows here in this period. The first one on the power play just sneaks through Gervais. Then Hamill, an incredible individual effort. Bowling through defenders, and then with momentum, they keep it going again. Little backdoor cut from Suggo Swamp. And yes, they're man down, but Sugga Thompson will head to the bench here for a 5-on-5 set with 8.8 left on the clock. This will be 5-on-5 with the goalie pulled. And the Arrows killing a penalty. They work it down the boards. Snyder trying to find his man, picked up by the Lakers. Not clean though, and no time for a shot off the stick of Frank Coyle. Do you expect anything else from these two teams? A tight battle heading into the third. It's 5-5. They've gone to overtime. As we've said, in 4 of their last 6 meetings. Can they do it again tonight? We'll find out after this 10-minute timeout. You're watching the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League playoffs, fueled by Gatorade.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing.
Let's go, raise up one time, go get it, it's yours, let's shine, come on.
Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
ready, Ottawa. Box lacrosse is returning to its Canadian roots and giving the nation's capital the team they deserve.
Teams are back on the floor getting ready for a crucial third period in this series between the Six Nations Arrows and Peterborough Lakers. This game knotted at 5. Lakers need a win to keep their season and the series alive. Five. The score after 2 periods. Goal scorers for the Arrows, a pair from Matthew Hamill, one from Dalen John Hill, Sugga Swamp, and Noah Snyder. On the side of Peterborough, Nick Crowley, Michael Blaemeyers, Nicholas Rude, Daniel Clark, Frank Coyle. 5 goals from 5 different players. Unfortunately, shots haven't updated from that second period, but it continues to be as you would expect. Sugga Thompson, and Cole Gervais in the net. Gervais now down to our right, still on the power play. Their third one of the game are the Lakers with 35 seconds left to go. Daniel Clark steps in, shoots and scores! Hat trick with a pair of them on the man advantage. Playing like a guy whose season doesn't want to end here tonight is Daniel Clark with yet another hat trick. This one just over top of a defender screen. And we go back to the face-off dot. Ricky spins around here with William White, eventually rolling back towards Ricky. 6-5 the lead for Peterborough. After the Arrows came all the way back to tie it late in that second period, they still have not led here in the game. Dalen John Hill, bouncer just wide of the net. It goes back to Noah Snyder. His low shot wide of the mark. Going to try again is Sinfield. Had to flex off a defender, but shot clock was too far gone for anyone else to do anything with it. Fred Coyle through Clark. He's going to cut to the net now after Rude had it in the corner. Ball bounced off a body, picked up. Shot clock resets inadvertently. Sounds like it's down to 8 seconds as Joel Furman counts it out. Rude cutting through, just missed. Bounces back to Drimmy at the tail end of the clock. And it will be the 30-second violation there against Peterborough. Cash Jacobs across center. He'll go to Matthew Hamill. Hat-trick watch in effect for number 15, who had that spectacular individual effort goal in that second period. Sugga Swamp to Snyder, the swim move and the shot. Gervais making the save. 2 minutes into this period. Wyatt Wiggins blown up just past the restraining line, lost his stick in the process, and official tried to chuck it towards the bench, missed by about 10 feet. Blaemeyers. Back to Finley Watson. Watson on the far side. Colby Wood got it back to the righties where Rude took the shot. Now we got a couple sticks that need to be handed back to the side of the Lakers. Only one of them made it that far though. Hamill working through McKay Jimerson. Hamill has it again and he's one-on-one. Look out. Hamill stuffed by the last defender. Still reached back in full twist mode. And Lucas Osborne did everything he could to stop that shot from happening, but Hamill still managed to get it on net. Clark to Rude. Back to Clark. He's one-on-one with Porter. Daniel Clark, far side, quickly working it into the corner. Now back up top. Clark unable to connect with Nick DeLauro. And the second shot clock violation in as many offensive sets for Peterborough. Who are up 6-5. Another tight one between these two teams is spinning back and diving in the direction of the goaltender. I think is going to be the call there against Landon Sinfield. Of course, the cylinder rule in effect here in the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. Finley Watson stops at the restraining line, lets this offensive change take its course. Out to the outside boards. Spinning back in front after the screen was DeLauro. Nice little pick and roll play. Even though Nate Sage had to wait for it a little bit. Blaymeyers down the boards to the corner for Finley Watson. Watson cuts back. Got turned outside just as he reached the crease. Blaymeyers on the run again. Under 5 to shoot. Sheds his defender from long range. Got it in on Thompson. And Rude, who was down low, involved in a battle of his own, runs across to save the possession. That'll bring Clark back out onto the floor. Rude sets the screen. Clark collides with the defender. Two players that'll be back next year for Peterborough. I mean, if you can add a top shooter or a righty to that mix, those two are going to be dangerous next year. Hamill from the outside. He'll pass it up top. A couple fakes from Trayson Sunday before he lifted it in on Gervais. Rebound in the stick of the Lakers. They'll feed it up here to Trumbull. 5.5 gone in the third period. Just the one goal from Peterborough so far. Has it 6-5. Now back for Clark. He put the brakes on, cut back, and reaching into the crease. I think everyone in the building knows that's not allowed here. OJLL. Blaymeyers celebrated briefly, but then realized still playing cylinder rule, and even if we weren't, can't deflect it in. You have to drag it all the way out. That shot comes back towards the timeline. Carter Frost kicked it all the way back down floor. So as it's recovered here by the Arrows, they'll get a fresh possession. Jimerson out to the boards. Trayson Sunday on the run. He'll leave it here for Sinfield. Sinfield up top. Snyder rips. And right into Gervais. Sounds like a pretty good Peterborough contingent down in the corner. But definitely an Arrows heavy crowd here at the ILA, as you would expect with the distance between these two teams. Rude getting it back towards the corner. No room for Watson. Tried to dive in front of Thompson and lost the handle on the ball. Blaze Becker to Dalen John Hill. Out towards the corner. On the run, Hamill. He'll send it to the far boards where Snyder is headed to the crease. He scores and we're tied again. If you're wondering what the crease rule looks like in the OJLL, Noah Snyder's about to show you. Watch him go one-on-one here. And as long as your feet stay outside of the cylinder of purple, you're good. Which he is, and on cue, the DJ playing the Superman theme as the superhero Noah Snyder ties this one back up at 6. Still over 12 and a half to go Here in regulation time, however, but these two teams just refuse to play boring lacrosse against each other. Trace and Sunday. Dale and John Hill down to Hamill. Both these teams like to set up, not a whole ton in the way of transition. As John Hill will send it to the corner. Two pretty good goaltenders. Good defenses, good offenses. And not a whole lot to choose from between the two. Clark to the outside, down in the corner. Lewis Alfred spying his man. It comes to Rude, who shoots over the top shoulder of Kean Pear. This will be Pear that crosses center with it. Hidden ball play between, well, first Sinfield and Snyder. Snyder still faking like he's got it, but he had given to Jimerson. Now gives to Sinfield for real. Snyder back with it. That one deflected on its way through to Gervais, but still managed to get the left toe on it. Mason Curry across center. The lone draft pick from this season that's made his way into the lineup of the Lakers. Cleanly picked off by Jaden Jimerson. He'll carry it across center. And now back towards Trace and Sunday. He had faked like he had given it to Dale and John Hill. Here's Suga Swamp faking like he's got it. Still in the stick of Sunday. Who eventually took a jump shot on Gervais and now comes back in back-checking roll. All over Wyatt Wiggins, who got knocked down, but not before he could give it to Nick Crowley. Crowley to Blaemeyers. Nearing the halfway point of this third and final regulation period. All knotted at sixes. Working through was Nate Sage. A change-up shot that didn't find the goaltender, but did hit off the rafters here at the ILA. Sinfield to the far side. McKay Jimerson goes after that ball. Whole pile falls down the side of the crease. Had to watch the line as Carter Frost came through. William White fighting Daniel Clark. All the way back to the top for Blaemeyers. Has help coming off the bench. Ball into the corner. Colby Wood setting the screens and no room for DeLauro to work in. One of the righties is already headed off as DeLauro's shot as he turned. Never found its way through to Thompson. Hamill from John Hill. They continue to work it through and cycle, and buried just inside the fan. There, I think, was Snyder. They're trying to sort out whose stick is whose as they all run off the floor. Even the officials got one. Nicholas Rude, meanwhile, back the other way. Big high step, picks the corner. Get a stoppage for water here as Rude's got his second of the game, and the lead once again belongs to the Peterborough Lakers. There have been some good individual performances in this game. Think of Hamill's goal earlier, and how about this one from Rude? That shot is beautiful into the top corner. Peterborough Lakers trying to force Game 5. Which is tomorrow night in Peterborough, 8 p.m. Only way to see that is to get there in person. 8:27 left to be decided here, though. at the ILA. Ball rolling back to Crowley. One-handing it across the timeline. He'll pass to the far side. Wood, now Rude. Slows it down. Blaymeyers off the bench, immediately goes to work. Banging through the middle. They go back to Rude again. Basically same play that he scored on. This time goes low instead of high. And handled by Thompson. Dalen John Hill from outside the restraining line. Big outside windup before the shot from Ray Cortez. Found its way through. Here's John Hill. Swamp shed his man on the near side, then immediately came up with the ball. Going back for revenge. Into that pile's Lucas Osborne. We got bodies all over the place looking for this loose ball. Official right there still says everything's good. All on the, I think it's the rebound shot clock, and now it's going to reset. Definitely Lakers possession now. Cross center, Lucas Osborne. Sage leaving to Rude, now Daniel Clark. Cross floor off the stick of DeLauro, bounces right to the arrows. And McKay Jimerson was waiting for him to turn the corner to head to the net, but just ran out of space as Nick Rude then got caught out there. He's going to now go off to make the switch. Hamill couldn't get it to the far side late in the shot clock. Snyder does rip one off the end boards, and shot clock was reset before the siren went. That's what Trumbull was waiting for, but they do reset and give it to Blaymeyers. With 6 to go here in the third. 1 goal lead for the Lakers. It was as high as 3 a couple times after the first and through the first half of the second. Otherwise, we've been right tight in this game number 4. Finley Watson's hard shot off the end boards. Matthew Drimmy thought about going to pick it up, but we're already late in the shot clock, and Lakers got to be careful there on the delay game. Who's got it now? Hidden ball play. It was all the way over, and Swamp Stick working it back to Trayson Sunday. He was faking like he didn't have it the entire possession, and Gervais still saw it, and he's going to call for water on the next stoppage. Nicholas Rude, Daniel Clark. They play catch with it as we near the 5-minute to go mark. Bouncing ball down in towards the corner. Nick DeLauro with it. DeLauro gets a return shot. Wood just ate a two-hander. The arm of the official goes high as he went down. Clark's shot off Thompson. Resets the clock. Rude overran the ensuing rebound. Got a little help from Wayne Reset, and as he touches it, we will get the stoppage for the slashing penalty. Lakers' 4th power play of the game. They've got a pair of power play goals, both of them from Daniel Clark. Keep your eye just inside the fan right here. Fans here at the ILA giving it to the official for the penalty shot call that came in game number 3. It was Clark in that one. That finished it off as well. So up top, Clark. I think that sounded like he might have hit the stick of Thompson. Either way, comes out the right side. Down Rude. We'll work it around the horn. Here's Clark. Elects not to shoot. Long way from home. He's going to take it behind the net now. Leaves it in the corner. Drimmy, Wood, through Rude to Blaymeyers. That shot seemed to turn hard left as it came out of the stick, and then a second chance shot from Wood. Oh boy. Anxious moment in the crease of Thompson trying to get it out to Porter. Under 4 to go. Over the top here, Jimerson leaves it on the far side, and Trayson Sunday will bank it off the foot of William White, who got a big salute from his bench. Good eat, don't rub it indeed. Landon Sinfield. Only thing wrong with it was it gave the ball back to Six Nations. So taking this penalty time all the way down to 35 seconds. Double team on the ball. Running McKay Jimerson into the corner, and the initial contact popped it free. And although Lucas Osborne doesn't like it, the Arrows will get it back and can take this penalty all the way down. It's Hamill out to the far side. Sunday returning it to Sinfield. The only one who hasn't touched it yet is McKay Jimerson, who just circled the net. Hauled down Sinfield. There was a trio of defenders there in front of Gervais. And we do go back to 5-on-5. Nothing doing on that power play for Peterborough. 2:40 to play, regulation time, 7-6. Lakers trying to hang on and send the series back to the PMC. Here's Blaymeyers to Wood, down in the corner. Drimmy slams on the brakes, turns back. Ricky goes with him the entire way. Now Wood will set the screen. Drimmy's return pass out of the reach of big number 9. Quinn Brennan, cross center, another hidden ball play. It looks like it's in the stick of Dalen John Hill. As he realized the Lakers were onto him, they'll pass it around the horn. 2-minute warning here at the ILA. Hamill, one-on-one, another little stutter step rising shot. Gervais came across to make the stop. And the Lakers come running out with it. It's Trumbull. Ben Trumbull had Caleb Connell with him, likes to keep it himself and run back towards the timeline. Now Trumbull in the stick of DeLauro. Finds Wood off the bench. Gonna lower his shoulder, shoots through a double team, and it ends up sailing wide. Brought right back down, however, and Nate Sage got it in on Thompson. Running down the far side, Lewis Alfred grabs the loose ball. He'll stop before center, gives to Suggo Swamp. Closing in the last minute of play here in the third. Dalen John Hill. Big swim move from Trayson Sunday. Jimerson looking at empty space, kicked out by Gervais. Brought down, however, by Sinfield. Into the final minute now. 1-goal game. Dalen John Hill from the outside. Laker defender being worked over in through the middle. They go back to Trayson Sunday. His twist shot. Save made by Gervais. Rebound up for grabs. Lakers have it. Coming through, I think Jimerson got away with a chop into the ankle. But the ball is already headed down floor. 20 seconds left in the shot clock. 25 in the game clock. Daniel Clark keeping it away from Six Nations. Now Nicholas Rude trying to do the same thing. 10 on the shot clock. Rude slams on the brakes, changes direction. Blaymeyers coming over to set the screen for him. Rude in a bit of trouble now, but too late in the shot clock to make a difference. And as the clock sounds, 4.9 remaining here. What does Stu Montour have in the playbook? Here's Nicholas Rude. This is going to be his goal earlier. Seeing eye shot into the corner. It's the Peterborough Lakers team that a couple years ago thought they were going to take it to what was then the higher seeded Toronto Beaches in a tough playoff series. Missed out on the postseason last year. Meanwhile, on the side of the Arrows, Stu Montour telling me earlier on in the season this was their year. They've been building for this ever since the bubble season. Bit of time ticked off the clock there, looked like. 5.7. It's going to be started all the way back. What can Trace and Sunday do? The clock didn't start. So now what do we do? It was 5.7. Blaze Becker going over to see if he can help out. 6.3 now. They'll do it again with Trace and Sunday off to our left. Again, the clock a little bit late starting as it comes over to Hamill. Drags it through Stuff. Ball down. Peterborough take the win and force game 5 tomorrow. Led by as much as 3, led the entire way. And the best that the Arrows could do on this night was only tie the game a couple times before late. The Lakers able to make it 7-6. And that is going to be your final score as the series is tied 2 apiece, headed back to the PMC tomorrow night. 8 p.m. in Peterborough, the only way that you can check it out, unfortunately. What a series this has turned into. On behalf of our director tonight, Rachel Wolf, producers Gary Morrison for the JVI Sports Network, and Colleen Grimes, the Ontario Junior Lacrosse League. My name's Matthew Carrick. Thank you for tuning in tonight. The Ontario Junior Lacrosse League playoffs are fueled by Gatorade. We'll talk to you next time.
It's dealer's choice, so pick your place of poison.